Hey, everybody, this is James Pelton. It is Thursday, April 20th, and we have kind of a special for you for April 20th. We have Greenheart CBD along with my friends from BioFi all together in one place. So I love it. And this is kind of a special day. It's a special day because it's 420, so that's special for CBD. Then it's also special because I believe this is the 1 year anniversary of BioFi? Is that correct, Brian?
Yes, it is. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, BioFi.
Guys.
And we say in the crypto space, you know, they say that a cat year is 7 human years or something, or 1 human year is 7 cat years. Well, 1 human year is 150 crypto years. So
yeah,
you've been going for 100-year-old project now, old man project. So I appreciate that. You haven't rug pulled. So we really like that. A couple of people to welcome to the community, BitKitty and LTEP. Welcome to the James Pelton community. Appreciate having you guys. If you're here today watching, please hit the like button and comment. I was going to comment what your 420 plans are. Maybe that's not a good one. Just comment where you're watching from today. Let's just do that. So I know we got Mark in Ireland. Beautiful there, it looks like. I'm in Roken, Nebraska. Small town here in Nebraska. And Brian and Chris, you guys are in St. Louis. Is that correct?
I'm in St. Louis.
Okay.
I'm in New York. I'm in Dutchess County. I'm north of Manhattan.
Okay. Very, very good. Well, I appreciate having you guys all here. Let's go ahead. I've had all of you on the channel before, so we don't need to do deep. We don't need your, from birth life story. But if you want to just kind of briefly explain who you are, your position at your company, and maybe just a little bit about how you ended up there. And we'll start with Brian and go clockwise there.
Yeah, no problem. I'll go first. And James, you know exactly what I'm going to say first, right? To your community and to you.
Maybe a thank you. That could be.
Yes, in our tradition, I want to say thank you to you directly and to your great community. These are some broad-based supporters, global supporters, and we just couldn't be happier with all of the incredible support that we get from the community, the engagement, the interaction with the ecosystem. We have some incredible, seed products and just these incredible providers. I mean, look at today we've got Greenheart CBD on the call here. We're so proud of them and what they're doing in the market, and we really appreciate this opportunity. So, as you know, James, I have great passion for this. The team is incredible. We have an incredible team on the call here. You'll talk to Chris Benedict and Stefan, of course, from Ireland. And, and we have a great announcement for Stefan today. But the team is just incredible. They do a fantastic job. They're working around the clock in multiple regions, not just, here where I'm located, but in many different states and countries. And I know many of them are watching now. And this is the happy birthday announcement for BioFi. It's been 1 year. And, if I look back and I get this question, James, sometimes on these AMAs, what's the most, monumental thing that you've ever seen happen, in the life of BioFi? And I'd have to say that it really was the launch of the token. That night that everybody came together and, the price had to be set and, 3 exchanges had to be synchronized at the same time. And there was just kind of the most amazing experience. And what an incredible team to be able to pull that off. So I'd like to say, thanks to the team and what a great job you guys are doing, and happy birthday, BioFi. So I come to this, James, with passion. That passion. I love doing this. This is a BioFi is a 10 years emission. So you're looking at year number 1. Look at what was accomplished in 12 months. Check it out. And think about what 9 more years is going to bring for this ecosystem. You're just at the very beginning of this, and we're so excited about the future and everything coming down the road. And so with that, I'll turn it over to Chris Benedict.
Thanks, Brian. Thanks, James. I won't take a lot of time, but I'm Chris Benedict, the co-founder and COO at Finnovant BioFi, and it has been an incredible year. Now, I'm going to steal Mark's thunder a little bit here for just a moment because it is an important date today. It is our birthday. But one of the other reasons that we're celebrating here today is it's the 2-year birthday for Greenheart. So we both launched on the same day, a year apart. And that is
Love it.
one of many things that I think we're going to talk about today, where you see that there are opportunities and synergies for us to work together. You know, it's not just that, you know, we have Stephen in Ireland and he's able to go and meet with these guys directly. That's fantastic. There's plenty of opportunity in the broad space of CBD and farming and BioFi and the ecosystem for us to work together. So there's really just tons of utility and opportunity ahead of us. I'll now go straight to Ireland and pass it off to Stephen, and then he could pass it to the CBD guys.
Love it. Thanks.
So Stephen, it's all yours. You guys here?
Yeah, I can't hear Stefan.
Maybe
Stephen, can you hear us?
Can you hear us okay, guys? Oh no. See, you know, they have the beautiful view, but they don't have the fiber internet that we do inside, right? So
That's right.
Plugged in indoors. But no, we'll talk with them when they come back. They'll probably have to just hop off and hop back on. Maybe we should sing happy birthday. No, let's not do that. Maybe next time.
There we go.
Yeah,
We
but
want people to stay, not leave. So we probably shouldn't do that.
yeah, let's not do that. Right. People will hop off quickly if we do that. Maybe while we're waiting for the Greenheart team to come back on, do you want to just briefly, I don't want to talk too much about the partnership till they're back on, but do you want to just briefly, for people who might not even be familiar with BioFi, I've done a lot of videos, so you have no excuse to not know about BioFi if you've watched my channel long. But do you guys want to give a brief, Brian? Maybe you give a brief overview and elevator pitch of what BioFi is.
Yeah, I would love to do that. So for the community at large, you guys know that, you know, this biometric financial concept has been in the works for many years. And the concept behind that is it's something that the technology has been developed over a long period of time. And in the sense of what it takes to pull that together and do it is built around some very important fundamental, visionary thoughts. Like, for example, you know, we don't sell personal data. We don't take your data and make it available to big tech. We don't take your data and provide it to a third party. You, as the individual owner of your own data, get to make your own decisions about what is yours, what belongs to you. And that's one of the hallmarks of biometric financial. The technology is developed to support that foundation. And so security is one of the key elements, James, that pulls all this together. The ability to secure your personal information. And one way to do that effectively is to combine together some biometrics, that is, things that are unique about you that nobody can steal from you. And that's what makes you unique, and that's what tells the difference between you and the person next to you. So if you lose your phone, or if you have a bank account, or if you're the single mother in Africa who's trying to pay your bills every month, you do not want your information to be stolen by fraudsters, to have your monthly stipend erased and taken away by a thief. So what the biometrics does is it allows you to keep that information safe, to help you manage your life, to manage your personal information, and make sure that everything you do is safe so that fraudsters can't get in there and steal it. And we have so much fraud, and you know these numbers are staggering around the world. The fraud is rampant in every country. And the more that you have, the more people want to take it from you. It's just the way it is. So biometrics helps to secure that. And along with things like the UniSafeBox password manager, you can take all of your most important information and store it forever. And then there's the inheritance feature, James, that if something, God forbid, if something ever happened to you, you have the ability with that inheritance feature to pass that on, to bequeath it to somebody that you love, to somebody that you care about. Maybe it's your attorney, but it gives you the chance to pass on your electronic footprint to the next generation, to somebody that you care about. So everything that you built up has an opportunity to continue growing in the future. So Biometric Financial has a lot of seed products, and these are all there to help people, James, to help people in every country and territory around the world. That's why we get so excited and so passionate about this, and why we love working with providers like Greenheart CBD. We have many great providers. As you know, you've interviewed many of them, and we love working with them. We love building up all these relationships because it provides value back to every person in the community. So we enjoy doing this greatly.
Okay, awesome, Brian. Appreciate it. And we do have we have Mark and the team back. And we were just making fun of you guys because you have the great view being outside and everything, but you don't have the fiber plugged into the computer like we do. So not quite the same internet. But do you guys want to briefly introduce you three? And then we'll talk. And then do you want to talk a little bit about what Greenheart CBD is and what you're looking to accomplish there?
Yeah, perfect. Well, I'll kick it off. I'm co-founder and CEO, Mark Hanneman, of this great project. Paul here is the visionary behind it and fellow co-founder. We started the company 3 years ago, just rolling on 4 now, and we brought it into the blockchain there 2 years ago as of today, as Chris had said. So I'll let Paul delve deeper into what we do and the back end of it. We want to take it away?
Yeah, hey guys, Paul, as always. Basically, what we've done is we started a proof of concept within the CBD space, which was becoming a farmer, creating a product, selling a product, and making sure it was profitable. After we did that, we decentralized the Brian token economics and looked at what the problems were within the industry. So everything from funding for farmers, the payment processors, the infrastructure to technology for processing the crops. And we brought that into a system that farmers could adopt to with their lands. So that, for instance, is a partnership program where the farmer applies to a decentralized smart contract that has a cut already established within it. So when a customer comes in and buys the product, the farmer gets paid, the community gets paid, and Greenheart gets paid. But we also have brought in, we've understood that farmers haven't got the money for the infrastructure. So for the likes of the drones that we have, production facilities, and the innovation we're doing within the company. So we're really kind of finding a way on how can we fund that? Do you know what I mean? How can cryptocurrency help fund that? And what happened, guys, is DAOs established ourselves over the last kind of year or two. And we started to dive into DAOs and how these work and the governance of them, community-run companies, basically, in a sense, where we were like, right, well, if we can establish that 20% of all sales from either partners or Greenheart is going to be locked into the DAO until we hit 1 billion market capitalization. And then once we hit that 1 billion, we can start to work on farms globally, giving them the technology points due to the scaling and the funding we've done with the token. That has power within it. Do you know what I mean? That's where DAOs can work, where you have a highly profitable product, you have a very strong community, and you have a lot of technology that can be the infrastructure point. And then you just got to say, right, well, what do we need to achieve here? We need to achieve farms globally with different areas of economics. So hemp is the perfect crop to do that, James. So when you look at Greenheart CBD, we've got the best crop to work with. So we can establish infrastructure for over 50,000 products, whether that's CBD products, whether that's paper, whether that's clothes, whether that's building materials, whether that's biofuels, whether it's like just so much we can do with hemp. So this is where our company has now established the marketplace, the infrastructure, and the token economics to achieve this. So we're very excited that we get to launch what we've built over the last 2 years. We've gone through all the proofs of concepts. We've gone through all the hurdles, and now it's really time to press the button on economics to say, right, we're going to see if this is the right model for the world, a true decentralized model for agriculture, and does it work? So I hope that explains a bit about the company and what we do.
Yes, no, that was super helpful. And we've got great questions from the audience already coming in. So I do want to get to some of these, and they're flowing in. So that's awesome. Thank you guys so much. Please keep asking your questions. Again, I selfishly go through my questions first, but then we'll get to yours right away. So okay. Thank you for those elevator pitches. We kind of understand BioFi is about.
We have Stephen here as well.
Oh, yes, Stephen. Oh, yeah, we can't forget Stephen.
Don't worry about me.
Last but not least, Stephen.
So obviously, a lot of people know me from the channel. I'm Stephen from the Finnovant team, and this is wonderful being able to do an AMA live. I'm normally at my desk, keeping noise down all over the house, but now we're actually on a live farm. We've got dogs. We have poor Wi-Fi. We have absolutely everything. But most importantly, we've got real partnership, real utility happening here. And that's what we're going to demonstrate and show to everyone today. We were at a polytunnel there. There's polytunnels everywhere. There's product growing. There's technology happening over this way. These guys are just absolutely wonderful with their vision, their drive, their technology. And we're going to tell people, really how exciting this partnership is and why we're here. Look, we brought the weather as well, which is even better. So let's get cracking on. Can't wait for these questions, James.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
Awesome.
Hey, James, have you ever had an AMA with 3 Irishmen on it?
Maybe the last time I had Greenheart on, but other than that, though, no, I've not. This is a first for sure. Okay, well, awesome. Yeah, the questions keep coming, and that's awesome. Do you guys want to talk about, so we kind of understand what you guys are doing separately. BioFi is kind of focused on biometrics, protecting data on the blockchain. Greenheart CBD really focused on helping the CBD industry, the hemp industry, using crypto to fund farmers and get a marketplace going. How are these two connected? What are they doing together? How is there a partnership here? And whoever feels most passionate or qualified.
Yeah, I'm very happy. So what we've been working together for about 6 months or so, and we've been bashing around a load of ideas. We're in similar type of space, and where do we maximize our partnership? So myself and Mark have been, and obviously and Chris there, we've been banging away for the last while. Really wanting to, put the investment in together and the time so that we can actually work out where our actual partnership direction is going. These guys, they're just blown my mind. I'm actually I'm kind of dizzy from listening to them today. Like, it's been amazing. But where the partnership is going to be driven, it's going to be driven in the web space, so up into the Web3 world. They've got loads of Metaverse stuff. They've got loads of NFTs. We're going to be looking at racing these guys in some of our games. We're looking at integrating, their worlds into our worlds in the Metaverse, having a crossover within there. We're looking at adding some security into some of the transactions that these guys are going to be doing. We're hopefully going to be working in their marketplace as well, protecting, farmers, people buying products, all these users with our biometrics that we always talk about, the SATEC side of things. And we're really looking at then bringing the rest of our ecosystem into here. So these guys already have a great partnership with one of our partners, which is called DISC, the drone industry company. I can never remember what the S stands for. Sorry, apologies for listening. Systems company, yes. And the great thing is we've spoken a lot about Africa over the last number of sessions as well. So the African market's very important to the next stages in growth for Greenheart. We have a number of our partners that have agriculture needs. So we're obviously protecting from farm ground, the agriculture to the plate. So we're looking to protect transactions all the way through there. Some of our partners have big agriculture plantations out in Africa. They're looking to come into the hemp CBD side of things. You know, they're already growing rubber, they're already growing other ingredients that are used in perfumes and stuff like that. So we've already seen that with the great partnership we've had with Health Solutions. You've had them on the channel there, Max over there. So he's interested. So we're going to be kicking off some conversations there. So we're showing the whole ecosystem here getting, you know, really together. And that's why it's very important for us to have a partner like Greenheart with Disc, with Health Solutions, and then obviously our own products as well. So as we grow our ecosystem, we grow the utility. That's really where the fun part is in here, and obviously bringing some revenue streams back in for not only us, but for our partners as well, and just growing off from there. So hopefully I've covered most of it, but have I missed that? No.
Yeah. No, that was comprehensive. Good. No, I appreciate that. Let's bring up a few audience questions. Otherwise, they're going to think that I am not really going to bring them up, and they'll stop asking. But let's go ahead and ask this one. His question is: are users' biometric data safe and secure with BioFi? Do you want to talk about that? Anytime you're talking about, hey, I want my fingerprint somewhere else, not, you know, on my finger, but I want the data somewhere else. I want my eye scan somewhere else. It sounds kind of scary to a lot of people. Do you want to talk about the security of what you're doing with BioFi?
Yeah, sure. Let me jump in on that one. It's a great question that we get all the time, and I'd be surprised if we didn't get that. So the core SatanTech solution stores the user's biometric data on their own device. It's encrypted, it's salt and hash. There's a lot of mathematical techniques that go into that, but to make sure that the data itself is protected, it's stored on the secure element on the device in several different pieces. So if someone was able to steal James Pelton's phone that had SatanTech on it or on an application, if they were able to identify that biometric data, where it was located and housed on the phone, they wouldn't be able to do anything with it, and they certainly wouldn't be able to reconstitute it. So yes, it's very safe, it's very secure, and think about that. It's in your hand, in your pocket, on your device. It doesn't exist anywhere else. So yes, it's secure, and it's a fantastic solution to make sure that you can access your data or your information no one else can.
Okay. Nope. Thanks for answering that. Raheel wants to know, this is a good question. If the project has such, and this would maybe apply to both of you guys in a few ways, but if this project has such a good ecosystem and fundamentals, why is it not available on any centralized exchanges? And I have my answer for it, but I'll leave it to you guys.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'll jump in on this question. So that may be a question for Greenheart. The notion here of the central exchange is that typically those are introduced during a launch cycle. When a token is launched, you have both decentralized and centralized, and James, you're very familiar with this industry. So there's actually hundreds and hundreds of centralized exchanges. Some of them are, quite massive in size. We've seen the benefit to that, right? And also the risk to that with organizations like FTX. There's an example of one that was not managed properly. So for Biometric Financial, we are on 2 centralized exchanges and 1 decentralized exchange. The typical question we usually get, James, is when are you going to add more centralized exchanges? That's the typical question that comes up. And the simple answer is we are deep in the middle of conversations right now with multiple centralized exchanges. Looking to advance the number and the scope and the scale of that for Biometric Financial. You could ask the question, well, why didn't you do it 6 months ago or 8 months ago? Well, the market was not really in a good position to be doing that kind of thing at that time. It's like, trying to light a tiny flashlight in a large dark cave. You're just not going to get anywhere. And so looking at the market and what was happening, we have to make decisions that are in the best interest of the community, because this is a fiduciary relationship amongst everybody who rallies around the ecosystem. And the idea is that decisions are made based on, market conditions. Decisions are made based on community feedback and input. And as you know, we have a lot of these AMAs where we take direct questions. We love taking the direct questions from everybody in the community and taking feedback that helps to build this thing properly. So an example of that is like the provider referral form that has been implemented. And you take a look at the history of that, Miguel Thorpe, and everything that came through that process. It's exactly how we like to interface with everybody. So we do have more exchanges on the way. This is a time now in the market. We're seeing Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, and of course, all of the altcoins starting to respond favorably now. The market's starting to move in an upward direction. And this helps to, build momentum and offer an opportunity to bring on more centralized exchanges. So if you have ideas on ones that you like, please pass them on. That's a great conversation. We love that question and look forward to adding more of them.
Yeah, perfect. And Brian, if I can just jump in and add that on Greenheart side. So I think we put the statement out there all the time, and James, you'd agree, we're a decentralized mechanism for agriculture. For decentralization being the key factor there. So like DEXs, I believe, are the future. If you look at the likes of FTX, Fallen, Cellulus, and so on, like these are centralized exchanges. When you look at the likes of Uniswap and PancakeSwap, they've held out very well, and it's because of community owning the liquidity behind these tokens on these DEXs. They actually receive the transactions fees and not the centralized exchange. A lot of manipulation happens on centralized exchanges. It's very like the traditional world, which we're trying to get away from. So within Greenheart, we could see a bit of a different strategy, because we've got real products. We grow real crops, we have real products, and we are establishing something in the real world. So the way we kind of see it is that most crypto projects out there go on to centralized exchanges to grow their community and to gain more liquidity within their token. We do that through our customers of our product. So when a customer comes into the ecosystem, he's providing liquidity because he's buying the token, first of all, and he can buy that on a decentralized exchange. And we are bringing in mechanisms and partners where you can use a credit card to buy the token. But what we want to do is suck the liquidity from that centralized exchange purchase into our economics on the decentralized side. We want to always kind of be on first decentralized, second centralized. We're getting away from the centralization in a sense. We're saying that to farmers that this is a system for you to plug into, and you have the tools to build your own financial model in a sense. Like the vision for Greenheart in the future is that we're able to bring on a partner, which is an on-ramp, off-ramp, where we'll have our own branded Greenheart CBD Visa card, where you can put the token after growing a product, processing a product, selling a product on the marketplace, then being able to put that product onto a bank card and pay on everyday things is revolutionary for farmers. They can say, hold on a minute here, I have my lands, the guys come in and help me with technology, we grow a product that the people want, and we all get paid, and the token has the possibilities of going up in price, and it's all decentralized, and the actual mechanisms on the back is owned by the community. So I would see the benefit in our ecosystem not being from centralized exchanges, being from the customers that are going to buy the product, that are looking for the discounts, that are going to grow into, educate themselves into crypto, if that makes sense, guys.
Yeah, nope, absolutely, totally agree. I've been advised for other projects too, when we've looked into like getting a listing on KuCoin or something like that, and it's $1 million plus liquidity to get listed on something like KuCoin. And if your market cap is $2 million, it doesn't make a ton of sense to spend $1 million and then also another, maybe 300K in liquidity to get listed on KuCoin. And
to jump on that, James, as well, and especially not for Greenheart CBD, because it's building real world infrastructure. It's working on farms, as you see behind us. So it's building like drones, technology, production facilities, like that's where the money needs to go, because this infrastructure is going to last for hundreds of years, guys. And those hundreds of years, you're going to have thousands of customers come in. Those thousands of customers are going to use the token, which is going to grow our market cap over time. So like we're a sleeping giant. Do you know what I mean? We just got to get our infrastructure right, in a sense. Do you know what I mean? And that's not going to come through centralized exchanges. It's going to come from decentralized education within reward systems for farmers, community members, and the likes of our customers.
Yep, totally get it. Next question from 30 Dabashish. I shouldn't try to say things. Next question from the person I have here up on the screen. The crypto market's in a very bad situation right now. It's no doubt farms and staking pool has helped a lot. But my question is, does this in any way affect your ecosystem? If not, how do you manage it? So I guess maybe just the question, and I'd like to know kind of from BioFi's perspective and also from Greenheart's perspective, how have the market conditions affected what you've done? Have they done anything, or is it just, hey, we're going to just build through the bear market? And do you feel like we're on the precipice of a bull market now? Or just want to hear kind of your takes on market conditions and how it affects your business.
Yeah, go ahead. Do you guys want to go first on that one?
Yeah, no, I have no bother jumping in, guys. Yeah, so obviously market conditions affect us. Like we launched at the tip of the last bull run, which straight after we had a bad crash, and then with the likes of FTX and all we spoke about, it became a worse crash, and it just kept getting worse. So for us, it was a case of putting the head down and just building. There's a time to come back to the market, and when we come back, we'll be ready with infrastructure points and so on, and partners and everything we've done in the background. So obviously affected us, but it was a good thing in a sense that it gave us time to really just focus on working.
What about you, Brian? How's it affected BioFi?
Yeah, it's a great question. You know, we don't, as you know,
yeah,
we don't
I
freak
think
out.
that's everything. You just want to.
Yeah. Any other points you guys were making there?
They may have an issue with connectivity, Brian. Go ahead.
Yeah, that outdoor internet, not serving them well. No, go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that, you know, we were a little shocked by things like FTX. That's you know, that was a by all indications. By all indications, that was a well-positioned exchange, you know, through a number of channels, as you guys know from watching that unfold. And there was a lot of contagion that came out of that. And James, I know some people personally that lost a lot of money between that and some of the others, you know, between Three Arrows and Celsius and BlockFi and the whole mess, the contagion that came out of that. And then surprisingly, it kind of spilled over into some of the banking sector. And we saw that, for example, with Silicon Valley Bank. So while all that was happening, I can tell you, and you'll know this because, you know, we communicate on this frequently. Biometric Financial did not miss a beat. In fact, it actually gave us more time to focus on building out the seed products and working and bringing more providers into the ecosystem, both of which benefit the long-term viability of the ecosystem and the technology that supports it. So you can see here with Greenheart, you can see with Disk, with Cyberly, with Tel Solutions, Providence, you know, all these providers, some incredible work has been completed. And there are so many things to talk about, James. You know, we're focused on a happy birthday celebration here. And by the way, let me say that, you know, everybody who's attending today, make sure you get your wallets turned over, because you're going to get 420 BioFi. So 420 being the operative number, right? 420. And so kind of playing on that theme. And if you've invited somebody, you'll get another 420. So there's a couple of ways to get that BioFi, and we just want to make sure everybody gets some BioFi. And the idea is that, this is a huge celebration. Even during this contagion, the entire ecosystem has been growing substantially. And that's the point. Imagine 12 months of this in a bear market and what the next 12 months is going to bring. Imagine that. Think about that for a second. 12 months in a bear market and what was able to be accomplished. And now as the market's starting to tick back up, what are the next 12 months going to look like? Think about that. And so there's an incredible opportunity here. We really appreciate providers like Greenheart and all of them, each and every one of them. Cyberlead just launched their token a couple of weeks ago. Make sure to get some LEET, right? LEET, LEET. That's another example of a great provider, also in a decentralized mode, kind of like Greenheart. So we're very excited, James, and we look forward to continuing to grow this thing to massive levels. But let me pause there and turn it over to Chris for a sec. I'm sure he's got comments on this as well.
I'll make a few while the guys are coming back in. Steven just texted me. That's why I'm smiling, looking at my phone. He's saying they're farm Wi-Fi issues, so they're trying to get back in. Here they are. But I'll echo what Brian says. We as a team. Hey, Steven, welcome back. Awesome. We just focused on keeping our heads down. That's what we had to do. I mean, what can you do? The market and people are tentative, so we can sit here and wait for people to feel more comfortable, but that doesn't accomplish anything. So we did what we always do. We kept our head down and we focused on refining our existing products and building new relationships, so that once things turn around, we're going to be in the catbird seat and ready to rock and roll as this market turns. And you asked James, what do we think? Are things starting to turn? It sure looks that way. It sure looks that way. We'll probably have a couple little more dips and challenges here and there, but it sure looks like we're headed in the right direction. So this is going to be a great year.
Yeah, and one thing to point out too, James, is the relationships that we have built up over this time period have been, you couldn't even put a value on them. They're so invaluable. An example of like that is DeFi Sentry. Think about all of the smart contracts that now have been audited by DeFi Sentry and all the work that's coming along with these providers. These are great examples of just incredible relationships. We're so happy to have built these relationships and continue to build those over this decade and beyond. It's a fantastic opportunity.
Okay. Nope. Love that. And looks like we may have lost Steven again. So, well, when he comes back, we'll, because we got a lot of people asking about the CBD NFT minting. So we'll talk about that when they come back. You mentioned that, we've seen what's happened in the last year with BioFi.
Yeah.
And you mentioned what's going to happen in this upcoming year. Maybe I could get your guys' take. What do you think is going to happen in this upcoming year? What are you most excited about coming up? What are you looking forward to?
Yeah, I'll just say a couple things. James, I'm about ready to submit some pictures of the new Phoenix X1. And this is an example of, the type of activity that's happening in the background. This is going to be so incredible. One interesting thing that I want to highlight, we're working with Constellation right now on the Metagraph. And this is a very amazing thing that we're doing. So we picked a use case to pump a lot of data in through the Constellation ecosystem. So this is all authentication data, from biometric validations, the authentication phase of the access to an app, to a website, to something critical to you, like in UniSafeBox, right? There's the ability to access your most private and personal information using your biometrics. So we're working with Constellation now as an example to build that, integrate that into the Metagraph. This is an incredible thing that will take place over the next couple of months. So those engineering conversations are underway. And you've got all the seed products at different levels of development. And by the way, the Biometric financial newsletter just released prior to this event. So for those of you that are on the distribution for the newsletter, take a read, because exactly the question that James asked, we outline in the newsletter. So we go through and we highlight every month all of the activities that are taking place and the status of those activities. So it keeps everybody up to date. If you are unable to attend an AMA, or you don't have time later to listen to one, because many of these get recorded and are available on the YouTube sites, they're available on the links that are provided through Telegram and Twitter and all these different social media channels. But please keep an eye on those social media channels, because that'll keep you up to date. The newsletter is a fantastic way to do it. So all of these efforts, James, are highlighted in that newsletter. If you're not on the newsletter, go to the website biometricfinancial.org and just flip down to the bottom and join the newsletter. That'll keep you up to date every month.
Okay, love it. And while we're waiting for the Greenheart team to come back, let's talk about this. It says, is BioFi working on the Greenheart Metaverse as well? Is there any partnership there? I know you guys have your Metaverse, and I know they've been talking about the Metaverse. Is there some collab going on there as well?
Yeah, that's what Stefan was just mentioning before they got cut off there. So Greenheart has a focus on building out the Metaverse. As you guys know, the Ethos Metaverse is Biometric Financial's home base for everything Metaverse. So we've broken it up into four. There's like four discrete areas, right? You've got learning and certification, right? This is your education. You've got the whole ability to play games. There's a couple of really cool games in there. One of them is a zombies game. It's so cool, James. A zombies game is in there. One of the guys has developed, Thomas has developed a game called Glow Home. Check it out. Glow Home. It's in the arcade section of the Ethos Metaverse. So we have education, we have gaming, we have social interaction. So James, this is like going into the different worlds and accessing, living on a piece of property that you buy. You've got a house, you've got furniture in the house, you've got a spaceship or a drone that you can fly around between the planets. You can visit Cyberly, you can visit Disc, you can visit Biometric Financial, you can go watch a game at a stadium, attend a concert. You can do all of these things in the Metaverse. Then the fourth area is shopping. So there's the ability to purchase the collectibles, right? The NFTs, and outfit your house with different NFT tables, chairs, TVs, things that make you feel comfortable. Those can all be added into your location that you've picked on one of these worlds. So we have the four areas. The plan is to work with Greenheart and merge these worlds together, because they're doing a lot in the Metaverse. This would be a great way to expand the partnership and work on that together. That's kind of the plan, the ongoing plan that Stefan talked about.
Okay, love it. And welcome back, Stephen and Margaret, guys.
We had Wi-Fi issues. We're on our second PC because of batteries.
Oh,
we're streaming from mobile phones. This is real world.
This is why I love doing live videos. I mean, what could be more authentic than this? This is not a polished presentation or anything like this. This is live, real people doing real things. While I have you guys, we have a whole bunch of people asking about the NFT. When is the NFT minting supposed to start? Can you run through the NFT and its utility? So while we have you guys, do you guys want to maybe talk through the NFT, what it's going to be doing, what people can do to get that?
Okay, so we have two kind of sectors of NFTs. We have Greenheart NFTs that come from the company and the farmer partners. And then we have manufacturer NFTs, which come from other brands. So when another brand uploads onto the marketplace, they have the option to create their own NFTs. That could be discounts, buy one, get one free, a number of different options basically built into the NFT. So this establishes our manufacturing partners to be able to do NFT mint launches within the platform. This establishes more liquidity for us in a sense, and more traction and more utility. But on the Greenheart side, the thing is where we can get very interesting. Obviously, we have staking pools, and our staking pool, I think, is currently about 8% APR. So what we've established is 3 sets of extra reward NFTs for our staking pools. So if you hold a certain NFT, you can get 5% extra yield within the staking. So on time of locking tokens, if the APR is 8% and you hold this NFT, it will now be 13%, giving you majority over everybody else within the staking pool. So this could be very powerful to our big holders in a sense. If you hold 1 million tokens, and you want to earn some big rewards, you would grab this 5% NFT. You would wait until a farm operation hits a high APR, and then you would lock your tokens with this NFT in to get the extra 5%. Could establish a lot of rewards for our community in the future, especially as we rise in price. Now, the second kind of set of NFTs then are the discount NFTs. So we have obviously a natural 40% discount using the token within store. But then we have NFTs that go 50, 60, and 70% discount. But the great thing about these NFTs, these are really for our sales and distribution. This is for the sales leaderboard team, really, because if you hold a 70% discount NFT and you then go out and push a product on our marketplace and enable a sale through your network, they receive the 40% discount, but because you hold the NFT, the other 3% of that commission goes directly into your wallet. Now that's powerful. That's to say, right, well, we're really gonna back people on their work. It's really what we built this whole marketplace around is contribution. So our sales leaderboard is not just on sales, it's on contribution, whether that's in views, marketplace, buying tokens on our decks, multiple different algorithms. And so it's not just on sales. So as you know, obviously with our NFTs as well, all NFT sales get locked into liquidity on the Greenheart side. So this creates more liquidity for our community and farmers. So we are launching these 2 sets of NFTs with our marketplace very soon. I can't really give a date because we're waiting on our devs to just press that button so we can say to you guys. But I can establish these utilities and these rewards. So for instance, this will provide so much utility to the sales team that they will be able to be highly rewarded for the efforts that they put in. And it's all smart contract initiated. So we have no choice over this. When a sale's done, and if you hold that NFT, the smart contract is going to dictate that you get this payment. And that's the way it works, guys. So I think this is going to be really cool. Any questions on it? Belt away. I'd love some feedback.
I like pretty typical blame the devs. That's the way we do it.
We never do that.
A dev, so I know that pain of those devs messing everything up.
Those goddamn devs, guys.
Next, Brian, this is for you, but we've got a lot of people asking about this. Anytime you mention free stuff, you just know that that's going to be everyone's focus. How do we get the free BioFi that you mentioned?
Yeah, you just for attending here, just send in your wallet address, and we'll make sure we take care of you. So if you brought somebody to this event, the deal is, we're going to give 420 BioFi to every person. And if you brought somebody to this event, it's the honor system. Just let us know, and we'll make sure you get another 420 BioFi. And so this is really a way to just really thank the community. 420 being such an amazing number. And we've got multiple drawings for those of you that are watching the social media for 420,000 BioFi.
Ooh.
And these are big numbers. So Chris, do you want to talk about that for a minute?
Sure. It's as Brian said, we wanted to keep the community engaged. We love to put new things out there, and giving free stuff away is probably one of the best ways to get people to take notice. So it's all laid out in our social media channels. It's pretty easy to do, that you don't have to jump through hoops or anything like that. But each week it's different this month. There's a different way that you can earn 420,000 BioFi. So just read the social media, go in there and meet the minimal requirements, and boom, you're in a drawing. You could win that 420,000 BioFi. Okay, definitely go do it. We love giving stuff away because each time we do it, we find that our community grows. The people come in for the free stuff and they stay because they learn what we're about and they learn what the community is about. We have a great community. They just love to support each other and answer questions. They make our lives a lot easier by answering the questions on our behalf. So yeah, it's easy to do. Check Twitter, check Telegram.
Yep. No, love that. And you said we get extra BioFi for bringing people. What if I brought a lot of people? Do I get a 420 for each person I brought in?
I would definitely, James, if you brought a lot of people in, absolutely. If somebody brought it, absolutely. We'll definitely honor that.
Awesome. No, appreciate it. Okay. Question for Greenheart. How is Greenheart navigating the legal waters? I guess on the CBD side of things. And then also now that, the US is kind of going after DeFi a little bit, just kind of wanting to know your thoughts on that.
So basically, we're just ensuring that we stay within the utility base and we stay away from being classified as a security token, and that's by using using our token as a utility in our platform in the marketplace. So we just ensure that we stay out of that STO bracket and we keep it all in a decentralized way.
Yeah, like the way to say it is Greenheart kind of started as a farmer and started as a production facility and creating real product. But now we're the guy selling the shovels. Now we're the guy that knows the marketplace and knows where to dig and how to dig. So we're providing that to the industry in a sense. So we're hopefully as well staying outside of that bracket due to the metaverse aspect that we're bringing in also,
exactly,
guys. Yeah. So a lot of the data points we're taking in through the drones, production facilities, and our marketplace is a 2D concept, which we're bringing in the future into a 3D world. And once we have enough data, we'll be able to gamify our futures market as reward points for our gamers. So imagine going into a metaverse reality world, growing hemp, earning CBD tokens for it, in a sense, and being able to go then shop in that metaverse reality for multiple different products using that token also. Imagine creating NFTs that give you more playability within the game, and imagine hemp having 50,000 uses. So how far could this game go? Do you know what I mean? Whether it starts with CBD and moves into construction, moves into paper, moves into bioplastics, moves into many different sectors within the game, which can establish rewards. But the game is real world, baby. Do you know what I mean? That's the way I say it. You're looking at the game behind us. Do you know what I mean? This is the game. The game is go in and play the Greenheart Metaverse, become a Greenheart family member, and contribute to real world. So the way I like to say it, James, is we're giving the tools to farmers to give the people what they want. Do you know what I mean? So like it's scratch the farmer's back, they scratch yours. Do you know what I mean? Nobody in between.
Love it. Nope, that's awesome. Next question, and we'll do just a couple more questions, then we'll end with some call to actions, and then we'll call it a 420. The question here is adoption is one of the most important factors in all blockchain projects. And they're asking specifically about BioFi, but I want to open it up to both of you guys. What are you guys doing to get more adoption? And along with that, let's just ask that. What are you doing to get more adoption? How are we going to bring more people into the ecosystems? And we'll start with Brian, and then we'll do Greenheart after.
Yeah, I actually want to use this as an opportunity to make an announcement, and then I'd like Stefan to talk about this a little bit. So Stefan has now been promoted to Chief Sales Officer, and this is a big deal. This, the whole focus on community and getting exposure to biometric financial globally. Expanding the marketing. We could do a whole AMA, James, on everything that's going to happen now going forward in marketing. It's a huge and incredible push, and some of it. as we talk through it. I'd like Stefan to talk about this for a couple minutes. This is a very important question. I'm very glad we got this question today.
Yeah, no, the real world adoption. Look, we're here in the real world. You know, we're out in a farm with real products, with guys that are very successful in what they're doing. You've seen it. You've seen us lose Wi-Fi. You've seen us lose everything because we're very remote here in a real working farm, and this is really awesome. And the sustainability and everything that these guys are creating with not just their product, but the legacy that these guys are building on this farm is just going to be unbelievable. They're talking about, you know, solar panel, using water that's coming off the mountains up here, you know, sustainability on that, you know, mining off that sustainability as well as growing real product, you know. So we're really focusing on major projects out there. The guys were blown away actually when I was talking to them a little bit about, you know, the mobile money opportunities that we have in Africa. You know, we're going from whether it's the farmer to the table. We're following that whole process with our partners, Tel Solutions Africa. We have many millions of users wanting to get onto the platform, and many more that are currently on it. You know, we have you know, sustainability and security that's going in there. So if you are that family that are out working all day and you need to come back to pay for your for food for your family, provide for your household, or buy clothing or whatever, you're protected by using the SATEC technology that we've brought onto it. The amount of fraud that happens within mobile money, you know, any type of monetary transaction anywhere in the world is astronomical. We are now protecting that. We're protecting millions of people. We're in a world that where, you know, losing $1 is the difference between eating and not eating. You know, we're really helping to sustain a country and people within that sectors within there. You know, we have a number of proof of concepts that are out there that are about to come into real life projects throughout Western, Eastern Africa. We've got some major projects that we're working on. We're closing off in South Africa. We are expanding into the Middle East. We have some POCs and partners in Europe now as well, and we're constantly growing within the American markets as well. So there is real life, you know, use cases. There's real life security here. There's real life partners, as we can see. We're looking to travel into Africa in the near future to actually showcase what we've done over there. We'll be hopefully doing a live AMA. Hopefully the Wi-Fi works as well over there as well as it does here. So we're going to be showing people where we're real live, you know, activities are actually happening. While we're doing that, we're growing the ecosystem. We're growing our partners. You know, you can't get better than real life interactions with the likes of Greenhearts, the Tel Solutions, the Providence Softwares. These guys, you know, that are all around the world. You know, the fact that we've got a crossover now with Disk here, we've got a crossover with Tel Solutions now. So our ecosystem, our providers, our use cases, everything is growing, and we're really, truly growing real life utility here. So when people are looking for sustainability, looking for real life projects, this is real. You can't get more real than this. We've had animals running around. We've had Wi-Fi lose. You know, this is real life. But there is real life revenue here. There's real life projects. There's real discussions happening. And that is happening throughout the world with all the projects that we're involved in. I would love to share more detail on that. I have my lips sealed on something that we're hopefully going to announce soon enough. And once we get through that process, we are going to blow you guys all away with what work we're doing.
Awesome. We'll have to have you back on to talk about that.
And James, I just want to say one thing there. Great. That was a great summary, by the way. I just want to say one thing, and that is there's an open invitation to you, to Robert, to go to Africa, you know, with a little entourage. So we would love to do a live AMA from there. That would be fantastic.
That would be great. I would totally be down for that. Okay, a couple last questions, and then we will wrap up here. Also, you answered a question that just popped up, but you answered it already. But African hemp staking pool when? So we got some Africans in the audience who are waiting for it. You know, so very, very cool. Let's go ahead. We'll close with these last two questions here. First off, what's on the roadmap, both for Greenheart and BioFi? What's on the roadmap? What should people be looking for next? What are you guys most excited about that's coming up?
Yeah, okay. So I'll jump in there and go first, guys. So we have our Web 2 platform launching, which is just our website back live of products. We have our Web 3 marketplace launching, which is our overall marketplace we discussed on the call. And then we have our other farms that are being established, guys. So we have multiple farms that have contacted us that want to set it up, and we needed to get this infrastructure built first before we can do that. So we have multiple farms to start uploading. We also have our partnership with UFC and our fighters with Paragram Sports still active. So you will see a lot of likes of product campaigns and so on back to life, and this will be all connected to our cryptocurrency. So what you see for Greenheart in 2023 is our marketplace live and us doing innovation with product and getting product sales going for our economics. And then the future of 2024 is, if we can get enough data, is start to build out our metaverse reality. And you will see a teaser of our metaverse coming very soon, guys.
Okay, what about for BioFi?
Yeah, and I just want to preface this by saying we do have another announcement here, and that's for Chris Benedict. Chris Benedict is now the Chief Operating Officer, so he's expanded his entire focus. He's now got, a lot more responsibility, as if, he had it all before, but now he's kind of consolidated his title. So Chris, this is a great question for you.
Yeah, I love when
James,
titles...
Chris is being shipped to Africa.
I was going to say, I love when titles catch up with the responsibilities. So no,
right.
Congratulations.
Right. Well, thanks, Brian. The Brian had mentioned the Phoenix X1, so that's on the roadmap. That is a very exciting project for a couple of reasons. We have talked about it as being not only a secure device, a super secure device to make sure your information stays your information, but we've also expanded our thinking on that, where we've originally thought about bringing it to the market as a node device, right? And that is still going on, those conversations. But the deeper and deeper we get into the African market, we realize that there's a real need there for devices that people can get a hold of that are secure and affordable. So we are now looking at how do we take that concept and we now bring it into Africa in an affordable way, as well as bring it to the Western world, as we've talked about, and making that a node and super capability stuffed device. So that is we're having those conversations now as to where we're going with that and how we can meet the needs of two very distinct audiences with a similar device. What is that going to look like? So that's exciting. A lot more on that is going to come in the near future. As far as the remainder of the year, first and foremost, we're always building partnerships. We're open for new partnerships and new providers to come into the ecosystem. So if you are a business, a provider, and you have questions, reach directly out to us. You can reach to Steven, or you can reach out to us and we'll connect it up. We'll connect the dots, that's fine. But we're interested in having those conversations either directly through our referral program and so forth. But what that brings me to now is all the work we've been doing over the last year during this crypto winter and all the baseline functionality that we've been building out. That's the focus for the rest of the year. So you will see a larger focus on our cryptic wallet, a larger focus on SafeBox, a larger focus on Greenheart, Disk, Cyberly, and taking those relationships and take them now out into the market with real utility and real implementations. So we have so much to work on right now that we could be busy through the end of the year, but we want to continue to grow and expand. So we want to bring people in now while there's opportunity to continue to build, so that we can ride that rocket towards the end of the year. There is so much good stuff coming that will be implemented as a result of the work that the team has done over the past 6 to 12 months. It's going to be very exciting the rest of the year.
Love it. Thank you for that. No, that's great. It gets you excited. So let's go ahead and we'll close with this. We're over an hour. That's kind of my ADHD stops there. So an hour is the limit. But let's go ahead and close with, we'll start with Greenheart and end with BioFi. what do people do if they want more information? First thing, how can they best be a part of your community? And I'm a huge marketing guy, so what are the calls to action? What do you want from people who are watching live right now? What do you want from people who are watching this as a replay?
Yeah, I'll jump in. So, guys, we call to actions I'll start with, Jerry, and it is really want to test out the marketplace once it's live. If our community can help us fix those bugs as soon as possible and make it optimal, that would be great. Jerry, they're call to actions, Jerry, and basically as well, how can we start getting the rewards back into the ecosystem is through selling product. So another call to action would be start helping us sell products using the token.
Join the leaderboard.
Get on the leaderboard. Start being active, Jerry, and that type of thing. Yeah, no, that's really for us. Our mission is we have so many dominoes set up that if we get our infrastructure right, all the dominoes will fall. And that really goes into the likes of different forks within our ecosystem and so on. So join the Greenheart family and get along for the ride. And as the dominoes fall, you should be happy campers, as I say. But we've got the infrastructure points just being ready to launch. So let's see does it work, guys.
And you'll find us on Twitter under Greenheart CBD, and also on Telegram. You can join our community group, which is Greenheart CBD Community. And we've also got a trade group there as well, so you can join that too.
Yeah, our Discord is also being set up at the moment, so we should have our Discord all optimized and our channel ready soon.
Okay, cool. And I'll put all those links in the description as well if people want to click on them there.
Sweet.
And before we jump in on BioFi, I know Chris has a great summary here. I just wanted to say a couple of things that, we mentioned Miguel Thorpe earlier in this presentation, talking about the provider referral. That's a great way to get involved. I just want to thank Miguel. We meet regularly, and he's just a fantastic guy. But we've also got incredible community members like Crazy Susie. Hopefully Susie is watching, and we really appreciate your incredible support, Susie. And we have like Dagon's Lair, we have Viv. There's so many in the channel. Nick, right? Nick from Germany. We have so many in the channel. We really appreciate you guys, all of your feedback. You know what Chris is talking about implementing. You guys, many of that is ideas you guys discussed and talked to us about. We really appreciate that. So let me turn it over to Chris.
We're pretty simple to reach out to on Telegram. It's BioFi Community. That's our primary channel. We have a trading channel as well, and we have a Chinese channel, which is starting to get some traction. So it's really nice to have not only English, but Mandarin out there. And as the needs of the community change, we will expand those channels in other languages as well. Our other biggest channel is Twitter. We're at Finnovant right now on Twitter. That's the best place to get us. We're probably going to be updating that in the near future, so stay tuned. But there are the two major ways to get a hold of us. And of course, there's the website. We have plenty of links on the website where you can get, and you can submit a referral, as Brian was talking about, or you can just send a note to support@finnovant.com, and that will get us. So plenty of ways to reach out and get involved. The community is the best way because the people that Brian is talking about, they will answer questions and help hold people's hands as they get their feet wet in the community channels.
Yeah,
okay.
and to that point, James, we have, just from a community support perspective, we have Dagonaut, right? And Nick as a backup. We have Dagonaut doing all of the channel support. Tyler on Telegram. These guys do a fantastic job. They're incredible with the teams and following up. Get your questions in, like Chris is saying. We love the interaction. We love the questions, and we thank you for all that.
And just to verify, I think you said Crazy Susan. That's not a name you gave her.
Crazy Susie. No. Yeah, she's incredible.
That's her name.
That's her self-given name, correct? That's not something that name that you guys gave her. Just wanted to verify that. That's a self-given name. And then I'll also, so those are all great things. Those are all free ways to get involved in the community. Go follow on Twitter, hop in the Telegram, just start to get to know people. I'm also going to encourage you all, if you like these teams, if you think, hey, we're kind of near the end of a bear market here, there's a lot of potential in the bull market for, you know, coins with real actual utility to potentially go up, go buy some BioFi, go buy some CBD. As always, not financial advice, but I hold a lot of BioFi and I hold some CBD, probably not as much. It might be something that I start DCAing into. But yes, no, appreciate first audience. You guys are awesome. Great questions. We didn't even get through all of them. We could have spent 3 hours on here. Maybe we should have done a 4 hours and 20 minutes or something like that.
Yeah. There you go.
Those questions. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sure we all have other things we got to do. So thank you, audience. Please hit like on your way out. And Brian, Chris, Steven, everyone who was able to be here today, thank you guys so much. Appreciate you guys. And keep building. Let me know what I can do to help you as you move forward.
Great job.
Great. Thanks, James.
Thanks, everybody.
All right.
Thanks,
guys.
everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Be safe today, I'll say. But yeah, thank you, everybody.